Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Today I am going to put together a easy to do, very easy prep meal feast for one or two, and with lots of leftovers. And I'm going to take you through it step by step, but it's really simple. So let me see if I can get this in the camera. We're getting ready to eat here. Check that out. We got cranberry sauce, turkey, mashed potatoes. Silly John, you didn't put your gravy on your mashed potatoes. Gotta have gravy on the mashed potatoes. Stuffing, vegetable, and of course, sweet potato casserole. So I'm going to enjoy this off camera, but I want to make sure that before we cut into the video on how we prepared all this, that I catch you and say that I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving and a great weekend. Alrighty, so it is the eve of Thanksgiving, and we are going to do a little bit of preparation the night before so we don't have to do it all tomorrow. Before I get started, I want to welcome my two newest members to that. Click that join button below and are supporting my channel. And I'd like to thank them. That's Gene Russell and the Rand family. Thank you to both of you. You make a huge difference on me putting these videos out, and I really appreciate your support. So the goal of this Thanksgiving dinner is I'm home alone. You like that little thumbnail that I made for this video? I'm home alone, and last year I just went way overboard. That was my first year on my own, and this year I decided to simplify it a little bit, because there's people out there like me, maybe you if you're watching this, that are just on your own, but you want to have that nice Thanksgiving feast, or maybe a couple, you know, with no kids or no big family. And this is something you can put together that's going to be easy, but you're still going to get the full Thanksgiving feast. So that's my goal. So rather than make a pumpkin pie, which you know I'm fully capable of, I went out and bought a Marie Callender's ready-to-bake pie. Now, Marie Callender, all of her pies are just fantastic and well worth the $5 I think I paid for this. I mean, I could have bought a fresh one, Walmart brand, and it was more expensive, but these Marie Callender's are just totally gorgeous. So we're just going to pop this in the oven tonight so that it's nice and ready and cool tomorrow. And let's get this open. And this, you find these in your freezer department, and normally this time of year they're on sale. Boy, she packaged it well, let me tell you. So I've preheated my oven to 375 degrees. We're just going to make it according to the box directions. And we're going to pop it into the preheated 375 degree Fahrenheit oven for 65 to 75 minutes. Just follow the directions on the box and you can't go wrong. So I'll pop this in the oven. We're going to cook that on a baking sheet so that if it bubbles over, we don't have a mess in the oven. Let me get this into the oven and we'll move on. All right, so let's move on to my turkey. Now, I checked out Walmart, and they have the Butterball turkey breast that you bake yourself. It's raw. It's a turkey breast roast for $4.99 a pound, I think it was. But while I was searching on the internet, I found out that Sam's Club, year-round, but this time of year is great, has an oven roasted turkey breast that's already baked. 98% fat-free turkey raised with no antibiotics ever. And that was, let's see, $4.78 a pound, and it's already baked. So I was in two minds on how to prepare this roast, because it does give you directions on the package on how to reheat this. But Obviously, I'm not going to eat this whole roast in one sitting, but I do have, I want to package some of this up in freezer trays. I'll show you that at the end so that I can have leftovers. So if I roast this tomorrow, it's going to, by nature, just roasting, it's going to dry it out a little bit. I'm not going to eat it all. Then I'm going to have to reheat it again, and that'll dry it out some more. So I think for a single person, what I'm going to do, since I have this fantastic little meat slicer, I hardly ever use it because they're a pain to clean. But something like this is perfect for it. I'm going to slice this up with my meat slicer. That way I can put away. Oh, there's you hear my oven popping with that cold pan going in there? So I can put away what I'm not going to eat right away, and use what we are going to eat. We'll just reheat that up tomorrow with the meal. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. So that's the way we're going to do it. Now this is, I went for the smallest one they have. So they have some bigger ones, more rounder ones, but I went for the smallest one they had. This is 3.5 pounds of turkey breast, already baked, cooked. Not unlike, probably exactly the same as what you would get if they were on the deli counter for $10, $12 a pound or something like that. All right. Now, let's get this ready. We'll do this in half. Let's put that, see that turkey roast? It's beautiful. And we're going to put that on there. We got to decide how thick we want our slices. And I want a substantial slice, but I don't want it super, super thick. So I'm going to put this on 5. We'll fire it up and see how that steak looks. I think that's about perfect. And there you go. That was easy peasy. And be careful of that blade, that'll really hurt you. That's some good turkey. So there you have it. My turkey for tomorrow. We'll get this wrapped up in plastic wrap back in the fridge, and then when I'm ready for my meal, I'll just reheat that, what I need, what I'm going to use in the microwave. All right, so I'll come back when my pie's done just to show you what a Marie Callender's, if you haven't seen it, looks like after it's baked. I'll see you then. All right, there we go. Fresh out of the oven. And my house smells very Thanksgiving-y from that fresh baked pumpkin pie. There you go. It's still hot. So we're going to let this cool down. Once it's cooled down, I'll put it in the refrigerator overnight. And this will be the finishing touch to my Thanksgiving dinner meal for one. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, it's Thanksgiving morning, and we're going to put together our sweet potato casserole, which is like the touch that you really need for a Thanksgiving dinner for me. And this year we're doing it the easy way. Normally I'd buy sweet potatoes and boil them and peel them and chop them, but today we're doing it the easy way. and we're going to use a 40-ounce can of Bruce's Yams cut sweet potatoes and syrup. I have drained the syrup. I got a 8x8 casserole dish here. And I did buy 2 cans of this, but I want to see if we can get by with just one. And we're going to take about a half a cup of sugar, brown sugar, and I like dark brown sugar. Just sprinkle that over all that. And we're going to take half a stick of butter, and we're just going to cut that in little patties and put those over the top. I got the Macy's Day Parade on, but I got to keep the volume down because you got to worry about copyrights and all that stuff. I don't want YouTube to give me a copyright strike. So, no sound on the parade, which kind of defeats the purpose of the parade, but we're not going to be here long. Now I got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to pop this in the oven, just like that, for about 40 minutes. Then we'll take it out and we'll finish it off with our marshmallows. So I'll see you in about 40 minutes. Okay, well then, the sweet potato casserole's cooking over there. Let's go ahead and get my stuffing going. I am going to take a splash of olive oil, and what I have here is 1 cup approximately of diced celery and 1 cup of diced onions, because I like to add that to my stuffing. We are going to fry that up until the onions are nice and tender, translucent. Okay, those onions are nice and translucent. So what I have here is 1.5 cups of chicken broth. I'm going to add that to my onions and celery. And I got a half a stick of good old butter. We'll stick that in the pot as well. Bring that up to a boil. Alright, sweet potatoes are done. I'm just going to take some of this liquid and put it over the top of these potatoes. Just like that. Now we're going to top it with our marshmallows. We'll pop that back in the oven. We'll keep an eye on that. We just want those marshmallows to get a little bit toasted. Alright. Now, that's perfect timing because my stock and onion and celery have now boiled and the butter's all melted. We're going to open our stuffing mix. Dump that in there. Give that just a little bit of a stir. Like that. Remove the heat. And just let that sit for a little bit. I think about 5 minutes. Should be when those marshmallows are done. Alright. Those are just starting to turn brown, but I didn't want to overdo them. So that's going to be perfect. So let's take our fork and fluff up our stuffing. Oh man, that smells good. Very nice. All right. So, John and Bibbs, meal for one, making it all easy. I cut a corner on my mashed potatoes as well. I got the family size Bob Evans. I think they're about $4 or something at Walmart. They're on sale this time of year. And we are just going to do these according to the box directions, which says cut a small vent, microwave on high for 4 minutes. All right. And to continue with the theme, as you all know, I make my own gravy, but I didn't roast a turkey today, so I bought a large jar, 1 pound 2 ounces of the Heinz home-style turkey gravy. We're going to put that in our bowl here. Get that ready to go in the microwave when my taters are done. Alright, that's my 2 minutes done. Now it says to completely remove the film. Give it a good stir. And pop it back in the microwave for another 2.5 to 3.5 minutes. Alright, one more stir. We're good to go on the taters. Let's get our gravy heated up. Alright, one more thing to do. I'm just going to pop this in the microwave for just about a minute. There you have it. We have prepared our full Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to tray this up and I'll be right back. Check that out. We got the cranberry sauce, turkey, mashed potatoes. Silly John, you didn't put your gravy on your mashed potatoes. Gotta have gravy on the mashed potatoes. Stuffing, vegetable, and of course, sweet potato casserole. Boy, I am stuffed. Let me tell you, that turkey roast is absolutely gorgeous. So juicy and tender, not dry at all. That's the way to go if you're going to do a turkey breast. Let me tell you, for the price, it's already cooked to perfection. Delicious. I'm going to polish off my pumpkin pie here, and then we're going to get all this put away into the fridge, and I'm going to catch me some football. I'll see you next time. Happy Thanksgiving.